Greetings everyone, and I hope you're all happy and healthy out there in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel. And today it's going to be something a little bit different, a little bit out of the ordinary for Go Figure. In fact, there's no figure at all, or statue. I suppose you could say it's a no-go figure day today. Instead, we're going to be taking a look at some lighting, specifically Govee's latest addition to their gamer line of light bars, the Govee X Evangelion wall light. The video will take a slightly different format than usual. We'll be taking a look at the box, and then it will be out with the contents. Then we'll be taking a look at how the setup works, the operation and all the features. And then finally we'll be wrapping the whole thing up with a showcase of the install lights themselves. But before we get into it, a massive shout out to everyone who subscribed and supported the channel in its first year. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of the content coming up on the channel, and trust me, there's a lot of it. So, background. As viewers to my channel will know, and you can probably see it right here, there's an LED strip behind me. And on the other side of the details that we've got on our left-hand side, there's also another strip of LEDs. Now, over the years, they've become unreliable and dim, like a lot of people I could mention, but won't. So I decided it was time for an upgrade. Now, I've heard of Govee, but I've never owned any of their products before. And I was browsing their website when I came across these little beauties. To give them their full name, the Govee X Evangelion gaming wall lights. Not technically what I was looking for, but I'm a child at heart and can't resist bright flashing lights and buttons. And it also dawned on me that these might also be able to augment my 1/6 scale display, the one that we've got right next to us. Regulars to my channel will know I am an anime and manga fan, but I'm ashamed to say that unfortunately Evangelion passed me by as I was too engrossed in Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Fist of the North Star. But suffice it to say, I will be playing catch up immediately. But I will state from the outset, I am an Evangelion novice, so please don't shoot the messenger. But for the uninitiated, Govee manufacture all manner of LED mood and ambient lighting, with a lot of their products targeted at gamers, and have started producing lighting in conjunction with other companies as well. They've sort of co-opted with Stranger Things and now Evangelion. But that's enough of my ramblings. Onto the box, and a large, heavy and impressive box it is too, as you can see. It's got some weight to it, this box, and it's just very, very well presented. I was really surprised when these arrived at the quality of the packaging here. They really are. It really does have a high-end premium feel. They're not just a bunch of LED lights stuffed in a cardboard box. But what you've got on the front here, it says Govee X Evangelion there, gaming wall light. There's the nerve symbol in the middle, nerve being, and I do know this, nerve being the operators of the EVAs and the organisation that put the whole thing together. It says here, God is in his heaven, all's all right with the world. If the camera's picking it up as well, I'm not sure if the lighting will catch this. There's actually a sort of a high gloss outline here of setup of the light bars themselves, and you've just got this sort of computer graphics on the side. It says 6 pieces in the top right hand corner. I will attempt to manhandle this box around, but it is very, very heavy. On this side you've got Govee X Evangelion Project 01. Same thing around this side, other than it's, you've got this sort of what I'm assuming is Japanese writing here, and it says Evangelion again. Around the back you have, and it's just incredibly well presented. I'm very, very impressed with this box. You've got these sort of red computer graphic things going on here. You've got an EVA 1 at the back there in that same super high gloss black finish. And a really, really nice touch here at the bottom here. To actually open this box, you've got this caution strip at the bottom, which literally is a tear off strip. So what we'll do next is we will tear off the strip and have a look at what's inside. And I have to say, that is exceptionally satisfying. Okay, so premium box number 1 opened to reveal premium box number 2. I am very impressed with the presentation here from Govee. What you're greeted with underneath that first box is this second really solid, nice high quality card box, and what you've got on the front here is the Evil One, and I hope the camera is catching the colours on this. It's a sort of a rainbow foil effect, really nice to look at, highly reflective. You've got a picture of one of the light bars themselves on the left hand side here. It says Govee X Evangelion gaming wall light. The colour scheme is that purple and green, which obviously reflects the Evil One. It says Evil One down here on in the bottom right hand corner. You flip this thing round and you've got that super high gloss reflective lettering on the side there. Once again, Govee X Evangelion Project 01. I think that's repeated around this side. Oh no, it's the same as the other box. You've got that those Japanese characters there, and Evangelion again. Zip this whole thing round, and you've got the nerve symbol on the back there. Once again in this super highly reflective rainbow foil lettering, which is just really nicely presented. And the way this thing opens as well, it's magnetically clamped, and it actually splits apart. If I can get do this on camera stood up, really should be doing this overhead, but we don't have an overhead cam at the moment. But yeah, as you as you open it up, it opens in the center, and you're presented with the first 4 of the light bars, and then there's another layer behind that with all the accessories included. So what we'll do next is we will get everything out of this wonderfully presented box down onto the table and have a look at all the bits and pieces that come with the kit itself. Okay, so that's everything out of the very nice box and out onto the table, and let's have a look at everything that comes with the kit, and there's a lot of it. First thing you're greeted with when you open the box up is this rather nice set of instructions, just continuing that that idea of really high presentation, really high standards of presentation. Very nicely presented instruction booklet in this sort of envelope come sleeve. It's got this super high gloss silver lettering on it. It says top secret on there, the nerve symbol on the back again, and this computer sort of layout on the card itself. And inside you get 2 instruction manuals, I believe. Oh, maybe 3. Let's get them out. Oh, well, before we do that, on the inside cover of of this envelope is what looks like a quote from Evangelion itself. Hit the pause button if you're wanting to read that. Being a novice to the anime, I assume this has some significance to the plot itself. But yeah, on the inside of the envelope, you get a full instruction manual in very nice high quality paper. Yeah, just very nicely presented. So that's the full instruction manual. You also get a quick start guide as well. Put that to one side, and you also get this card. Now this card is for use with the QR code on the back. It's a one-off use card, and this gives you access to certain lighting effects that are, shall we say, specific to the Evangelion version of these light bars. So yeah, and just nicely done as well. That top secret's continued and the nerves continued, and it's got this sort of metallic feel to it, and that rainbow effect going on as well. But yeah, so that's your QR code. Put that to one side. Get rid of that envelope. Let's get the mundane stuff out of the way. You've got your AC adapter, 3 parts to that. There's the power in section, there's the power brick itself, and finally you get this section which attaches to the end of that, which is the control pad, and it has at one end the output for where you start the link of bars, and then obviously the controls here as well. So yeah, that's the wiring setup. What else do you get? Another pile of bits and pieces is an external cleaning cloth, an alcohol wipe there. There is a card for Dream View. Now this is if you're wanting to set the lights up to, say specifically around a screen, so that the lighting effects will reflect the game, or maybe a movie you're watching, or music that you're listening to. To be perfectly honest with you, that isn't a function that I'm going to use here. This was specifically designed to go on the wall around a 6 scale figure cabinet, so not something I'll be using. But yeah, it's great to see that option's there. And It is specifically designed for this, but as I say, not an option I'll be going into too much depth in this review. So, yep, that's that card. You also get this little card as well, another Govee card here with contacts on and social media information if you need any help. A cleaning cloth and a matter guide card. Now, you can actually link these up to your Google Home or your Apple Home kit if you're wanting to use those as an access method via a smartphone. Personally, I'm going to be, I use HomeKit, Apple HomeKit for controlling the lights on my Detolfs. I will be using the actual Govee app itself separately, so I can operate the two separately. You just don't want to overcrowd the HomeKit app, but yeah. And I think there are more options within the Govee app, but we'll check those out in between takes. So yeah, that's your Matter Guide card. Put that to one side. You get these two junction sections. Now, only provided with two here. There is a square one and a triangular one. And essentially, the bars themselves clip in to the sides of these junction boxes. Now, these aren't just junction boxes in the traditional sense of the word. These actually are functioning in exactly the same way the light bars do. They light up, they have all the same effects, they continue any particular pattern that you might have flowing through the light bars when they're connected. So yeah, these are your junction boxes, and these junction boxes underneath have got self-adhesive pads on them, and also these sections here where you use the joining part to actually connect the light bars themselves, and they simply slot into these sections here, and then you slot the light bars into the part that's protruding. So you simply attach it there, and then grow any shape or design that you feel inclined to. You get a bag of these connectors, so there's a bag full of connectors there, and they also include in that bag some spare Velcro pads. Now we'll take a look at what those Velcro pads are for when we bring out one of the light bars itself. Now the light bars. There are a total of how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 in total. 4 on the first layer of the box, 2 underneath. Now, straight away, the attention to detail here is phenomenal. First of all, that colour scheme. The colour scheme itself, obviously, the EVA 01, it's an extension of that. It's that purple, that deep purple and green. Each one comes individually plastic wrapped. I've only unwrapped the one for the purposes of this section. On the side there it says Govee and Evangelion, and you've got this nice design running down the side. On the back of these, now, didn't need to do this, I don't think, Govee, but they did it anyway. They've actually put an EVA 01 on the back there, and the paint applications are continuing on the back. So yeah, it just looks really nice on the back. And you've got these self-adhesive Velcro pads. Obviously, those 2 spare that we saw earlier are there if you had any mishaps with these pads, and the connectors there, obviously, for attaching to these sections there, and then fitting into the junctions. So yeah, that's the underneath of it. Around the top, now, this is really, really nicely done. You've got this. I'll try and get all this in shot. You've got this. What feels like clear acrylic, clear plastic section on the top, which actually comes away, and it's very, very securely held in place. And I'll see if the camera will pick this up. There are magnets inserted in there, which correspond with the screws in this section here. And I say it's clear plastic, it does actually have a sort of, and I don't know whether that's because it's picking up the light from the other sections here, but it almost has a purple hue to it as well. It feels like there is, but it's detailed as well, as you can see. There's got AT field there, and this that same rainbow effect on the clear plastic itself runs all the way down to the bottom here where it says Evangelion 01 test type. We'll put that down for a second and take a close-up look at one of these strips. Now, it's just the amount of detail going on in here is phenomenal. You've got 2 separate lighting sections here, which don't meet, but however, you've got all these intricate details under here which also light up. I have not seen inside of one of these things. I'll be fascinated to see how they've designed this to work, but Yeah, the level of detail here is really, really nice. You've got writing on here. There's all kinds of shapes and symbols which are going to catch the LED light coming through. You've got an EVA01 there in the corner. Just super intricate. Really, really well done, even down to the magnetic screws which attach the Perspex cover, the plastic cover, have actually been painted this super high gloss green color as well to reflect the color palette that they're using here. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. And as I say, 6 of these in total. So there you have it. That's everything that comes in the box. So what we will do next is off camera, I am going to plow through those instructions, put a design together, and we'll take a look at how the whole thing comes together when it's lit up. Okay, so here's a section of the lights completed that I'm going to be using around the table and the display. And I have to say, I am very impressed with the relative ease of construction of this lighting setup. You can't get the pieces on the wrong way round, because the clips that you use to attach them simply only go one way and it won't work the other way. So the ease of construction, very, very straightforward. Downloading the app went glitch free, registering on the app, using the code reader to download the EVA01 special lighting effects was all incredibly straightforward. And, as I say, a stress-free operation. I think the stress will come when we come to wall mounting this, but yeah, that's going to be done between takes. So overall impression is really, really good. We'll take a look at the app actually. The app itself is relatively straightforward. There is a huge variety of things you can do here. Anything from altering the speed to altering the brightness to customization of design. Really, the world is your oyster. There's voice activation, as I mentioned before, at the top there. You can use it in conjunction with other software and hardware, so it reflects what's on screen, if you have it near a screen, if you're gaming, if you're watching a movie. You can use it for music. If you're playing music, you can have it reflect the sounds that it's picking up on. Apparently there is a bit of screen lag if you use them in conjunction with gaming or such like, simply because it's reading the screen. It's actually doing it in real time and screen grabbing, so it can match the colors. But we'll get an idea here of what this thing actually can do. We'll look at the EVA. Now these are the custom ones, as I mentioned, that come with the barcode card, the top secret card. Let's have a look at a few of these. This one, I'll get my hands out of the way so you can see what this thing can do. This one's called EVA01 Departure, and that looks like a combination of whites and reds and maybe purples there. You've got EVA00, more of a slower feed through there with a gold and a white. EVA01, which I'm assuming is going to be a purple and a green. And it's the level of detailing on here which is absolutely phenomenal. I've got some covers off. This one is uncovered. These two have the covers on, but without the plastic on the clear plastic sections on the top. In the instructions, it does advise you not to remove the plastic bags that these clear sections are in prior to installation, but I sort of ignored them so that we could get an idea of what this actually looks like down on the table. But yeah, as you can see, the LEDs are bleeding through beautifully on these plastic sections, which are raised in the center, which are both separate, and then the colors are also reflected in these other sections here, in these detailings, and there's arrows and these hexagons here and these lines, and you've got EVA01, all manner of detail, fantastically detailed here. And it is not just a light, but it's something to actually look at and pick out the fine details. But yeah, so that's EVA01. Let's take a look at EVA02. And as I said before, you can alter speeds, you can alter brightness. Really, the customization options here are phenomenal. Let's go for Berserk. Let's see what Berserk looks like. Absolutely spectacular. So yeah, app easy to use, construction very, very simple, and well, you can see for yourself the quality of the light that this produces and the effects, and it just smacks of quality and of and thought and care that's gone into it. I think it's reflected in the packaging. I mean, how often does the packaging reflect the products? Not so often these days, but both are of the same high quality. So yeah, I am very, very impressed, as you can tell. I'm not going to score these out of 10 because it's a bit of a moot point, really. I've got nothing really to compare them to other than a very aging set of LEDs at the back there. I would give them a 10 simply because I love the detail, I love the light effects, and I love the possibilities here. So yeah, we'll give it a cursory 10 out of 10 based on nothing other than what I'm looking at. So there you have it. Yeah, that is the Govee Evangelion light setup, gaming light setup, wall gaming light setup. So I hope this review's been useful for you. Is it something you're thinking of getting? Is it something that that you would use? Please drop a comment in the comment section below. I'll be fascinated to hear. I'm hoping that this is going to augment not only the area where I do the reviews, but also, as I mentioned before, those 3D TOFs that we have over to the left here, because this is where the majority of these lights are going to be going. So yeah, there you have it. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed this review. Hope it's been useful for you. Please drop a comment in the comment section below. What's coming up on the channel? Let's just change this design. I am like a child on Christmas morning here, mucking around with these settings. Let's have a go with that one while we run through what's coming up on the channel. So in the 1/6 scale world, we have Hot Toys Deadpool, the exclusive edition. We've got Org Toys Duke Leto from June. We've got the Caustic Plastic Horror of Dracula exclusive double pack. That's obviously on its way to us. Fingers crossed. Toys Battalion Legendary Merchant, aka Tom Hardy from Taboo. Susu Toys Blade 3. We've got the Blitzway and Astro Boy version 2. I think that will go very, very well with this light setup. A boatload of present toys stuff. The list is endless. So as I mentioned at the top there, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon so you're not missing anything. And I suppose all that remains for me to say is thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Happy collecting, and it's over to the showcase.